जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारे जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन 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 यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Subhadra Mai Jaya Sudarshana. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nittai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaur Hari Bol. श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की श्रील प्रभुपाद की. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रहे. Hare Krishna, welcome you all this morning class in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Today we are discussing from Canto 3, Chapter 5, verse number 7. Kridan vidhatte dvija go suranam kshemaya karmani avatara bhedai manaha na tripyati api shunvatam naha sushloka maule charita अमृतानि क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माणि अवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां न सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माण्यवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां न सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माण्यवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां न सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि. Please recite. क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माणि अवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि. क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माणि अवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां न सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि. क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माणि अवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां न सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि. माताजी. क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माणि अवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां न सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि. क्रीडन् विधत्ते द्विजगोऽसुराणाम् क्षेमाय कर्माणि अवतारभेदै मनो न तृप्यत्यपि शृण्वतां न सुश्लोकमौलेश्चरितामृतानि. Word to word meaning translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Kridan, manifesting pastimes. Vidhatte, he performs. Dvija, twice born. Go, cows. Suranam, of the demigods. Kshemaya, welfare. Karmani, transcendental activities. Avatara, incarnations. Bhedai, differently. Manaha, mind. Na, never. Tripyati, satisfies. Api, in spite of. Shrinvatam, continuously hearing. Naha, our. Sushloka, auspicious. Maule, of the Lord. Charita, characteristics. Amritani, undying. Translation: you may narrate also about the auspicious characteristics of the Lord in his different incarnations for the welfare of the twice-born, the cows and the demigods. Our minds are never satisfied completely, although we continuously hear of his transcendental activities. Purport: the Lord appears in this universe in different incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha and Narasimha, and he manifests his different transcendental activities for the welfare of the twice-born, the cows and the demigods. The Lord is directly concerned with the twice-born or civilized men. A civilized man is the one who has taken his birth twice. A living entity takes birth in this mundane world due to the union of male and female. A human being is born due to union of the father and the mother, but a civilized human being has another birth by contact with a spiritual master, who becomes the actual father. The father and the mother of the material body are so only in one birth, and in the next birth the father and the mother may be a different couple. But the bona fide spiritual master, as the representative of the Lord, is the eternal father, because the spiritual father has the responsibility to lead the disciple to spiritual salvation, or the ultimate goal of life. Therefore, a civilized man must be twice born, otherwise he is no more than the lower animals. The cow is the most important animal for developing the human body to perfection. The body can be maintained by any kind of foodstuff, but cow's milk is particularly essential for developing the finer tissues of the human brain, so that one can understand the intricacies of transcendental knowledge. A civilized man is expected to live on foodstuffs comprising fruits, vegetables, grains, sugar and milk. The bull helps in the agriculture process of producing grains, etc. And thus in one sense the bull is the father of mankind, whereas the cow is the mother, for she supplies milk to human society. A civilized man is therefore expected to give all protection to the bulls and cows. The demigods, or the living entities who live in the higher planets, are far superior to human beings, since they have better arrangements for living conditions. They live far more luxuriously than human beings, yet they are all devotees of the Lord. The Lord incarnates in different forms, such as those of a fish, tortoise, hog, combined lion and man, just to give protection to civilized man, the cow and the demigods, who are directly responsible for the regulative life of progressive self-realization. The whole system of the material creation is planned so that the conditioned souls may have the opportunity for self-realization. One who takes advantage of such an arrangement is called a demigod or civilized man. The cow is meant to help maintain such a high standard of living. The Lord's pastimes for the protection of the twice-born civilized men, the cows and the demigods are all transcendental. A human being is inclined to hear good narrations and stories, and therefore there are so many books, magazines and newspapers on the market to satisfy the interests of the developed soul. But the pleasure in such literature, after it is read once, becomes stale, and people do not take any interest in reading such literature repeatedly. In fact, newspapers are read for less than an hour and then thrown in the dustbins as rubbish. The case is similar with all the other mundane literatures. But the beauty of transcendental literatures like Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is that they never become old. They have been read in the world by civilized man for the last 5000 years, and they have never become old. They are ever fresh to the learned scholars and devotees, and even by daily repetition of the verses of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad-Bhagavatam, there is no satiation for devotees like Vidura. Vidura might have heard the pastimes of the Lord many times before he met Maitreya, but still he wanted the same narrations to be repeated because he was never satiated by hearing them. This is the transcendental nature of the Lord's glorious pastimes. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratpise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So Vidura had approached Maitreya and he is doing some enquiries. In this chapter, we had seen in the last 6 shlokas how he was started asking some questions. In the today's shloka number 7, Vidura is asking, please narrate about the auspicious characteristics of the Lord in his different incarnations, and why he has taken different incarnations to protect twice born, that is Brahmanas, cows and the demigods. And Vidura is saying our minds are never completely satisfied. Although we hear about the glories of the Lord, still the minds are not satisfied. So you please explain. So this is the nature of a devotee who has taste in devotional service. His ruchi, his taste is in Krishna Katha. Jai Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki, Sri Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So this is the symptom of a person who has taste in Krishna Katha or in Krishna. So many times, sometimes we tell devotees, like outside people, we have Vrindavan Yatra, why don't you join? I already came last year, I already came 2 years back. So they think that going to pilgrimage is like just covering in their checklist, in their to-do list. Ho gaya, Vrindavan Yatra once done, Tirupati done, Mayapur done, once in a lifetime, over. The purpose is not to cover the yatra, but the purpose is to relish Krishna, hear more and more about Krishna. So the devotees' minds, they are never satisfied. They want more and more, more. Tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam. The greed for developing, the greed for devotional service is actually the quality to develop bhakti, as Rupa Goswami says. So that quality, that greed, laulyam, we can see Vidura, the great devotee, he has that laulyam, that greed to hear about Krishna more and more. As Prabhupada writes in the purport, even though Vidura must have heard about Krishna many, many times before, but still he would like to hear again and again. So Prabhupada explains about these three terms, twice born, cows and the demigods, how they are most important part of a civilized society who is working after self-realization. First, Prabhupada explains a human being, he has two births. One is the birth given by the parents, material birth, and the other birth is given by the Guru, which is a spiritual birth. Just by taking birth, one will not complete his spiritual journey. He has to take another birth by accepting a spiritual master. Then he becomes a civilized man. Now, as the goal of life is to understand Krishna, develop the knowledge about Krishna, develop love for Krishna. So this is a long process, and in this there are many items which help a person to develop this love. In that, for example, cow. Now why cow is so important, Prabhupada writes in the purport. Because now a human has to understand about God, about Krishna. So for that, one needs to have a good brain, good intelligence. So that comes by drinking cow's milk. So it is a connection. It is a connection. A civilized man has to drink cow's milk to develop the finer tissues of the brain. So these things we don't know before. Only by Prabhupada's mercy we could understand how cow's milk can help the finer tissues of a human brain. It is said when the sun rays falls on the hump of the cow, there is a particular nerve, nadi of the cow there. When the sun rays falls on that hump, that nadi, at that place a particular salt is generated, and that gets mixed with the cow's milk, and that is actually a nourishing element for the brain. So why a why a nourished brain, why the intelligence has to be finer, so that we understand the Shastras, Vedas, Bhagavatam, Puranas. There are vast literatures. How do we understand without any proper intelligence, without any proper sharpness of the mind? How we will understand? It's not possible. Previously, there were not boards, these TVs, boards. It was not there. It was all the Guru will tell, and the students will hear and learn. Remember, just by hearing, they would remember. Shrutidars, just by hearing, they would remember and understand. Because they were drinking cow milk, because they were eating cow ghee, because they were eating food which is free from sin, which is free from chemicals. As Prabhupada writes here, fruits, vegetables, grains, sugar, milk. This is the food for the civilized man. Fruits, vegetables, grains, sugar, milk. The most adulterated industry in the world is food industry. The most adulterated. Just yesterday there was a news. The police found 2,000 kgs of fake curd in Hyderabad. 2,000 kgs of adulterated curd. So that is the extent of adulteration. And Prabhupada says about parents also here. The father and the mother who give birth to a material body, they are only father, mother to in this life. Who knows who will be them, who they will be in the next life? Prabhupada is writing here, they could be a different couple also in the next life. Whereas a spiritual master, who is the father, who gives spiritual instructions, he is father life after life, because he has a responsibility to take that particular soul back to Godhead. Then Prabhupada says about how cow is the mother and then bull is the father. Because cow is the mother because we get milk from the cow, nourishment. And then bull, the help in the agriculture process. Nowadays we use tractors and different machines, so we forgot the bull based agriculture. But it was in the olden times, it was bulls which were used to do agriculture. So therefore cow is the mother and the bull is the father. And then demigods. Now you took a spiritual shelter, then you are dependent on the cow. You are taking cow milk, you are taking care of the cows, taking cow milk, so your brain is improved. Then with the cow you get ghee, and with the ghee you do yajna. And with the yajna, who is pleased? The Supreme Lord and all the devatas, they are pleased. If the devatas are pleased, then what happens? There will be abundance. You will have good rains, you will have good crops, harvesting happens, seasons, they come on right time, they go on right time. The earth, the world will be peaceful without any calamities like earthquakes or cyclones or wars. Right now what we are experiencing, war on this planet. This is because of the very, very, very serious sinful reactions. This is the result. The people in that part of the country, in that part of the earth where the war is happening, they are all cow eaters. meat eater, cow, beef eaters. Now, what peace you can expect when you eat cow, when you are killing your mother and eating? The people in that area, they are all like that. That's why you see this kind of, it is not affecting India, because at least India there is some kind of spirituality, dharma is followed. Even in India there are many people who are, who are doing this sinful activity. They have to face that reaction. But majority, if you see that area, they are doing all these things. So it's a very serious sinful reaction which is coming. So when you do yajnas, then the demigods are pleased. When the demigods are pleased, they give abundance. This is a formula given by Lord Krishna for the peaceful and happy living in this material world. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhava yajnad bhavati parjanya yajna karma samudbhavaha. And what yajna karma samudbhavaha, and where karma is mentioned in the Vedas, and Vedas are transcendental. So whatever karma you do based on the Vedas, that is transcendental, and the result that comes out of the yajna is transcendental. So this is a cycle. So how Lord Krishna, he always comes to protect his devotees, the brahmanas, the cows, and the demigods. If you see the entire Bhagavatam, all incarnations of the Lord, Krishna, Rama, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Matsya, Kurma, all these incarnations happened to protect devotees, devatas, brahmanas, cows. Because the demons like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, all these people, they were terrorizing brahmanas, twice born, cows, and the devatas. So Lord would appear to protect them from these demons by killing the demons. I'll tell you one story how Krishna personally protected one cow. In Vrindavan, once there was a beautiful cow. Her name is Bahula cow. So this Bahula cow, she went out for grazing, and there was a nice pond, lake. She went to drink some water. So she went onto the bank of the lake drinking water. Suddenly from backside, tiger attacked. Tiger attacked and caught hold of the cow. Started eating. Started to bite. Then this Bahula cow said, wait, please don't eat me. I have some responsibility to fulfill. After I fulfill my responsibility, I will come back and you can eat me. The cow and tiger are speaking. Tiger was kind of, he's also hungry. From many days he did not get food. Tiger did not believe first. But the cow started pleading, please allow me, my baby, my calf is without food. I have to go and give milk to my calf. Please allow me. I will promise you I will come back. Just see, I will promise you I will come back. She started pleading to the tiger, please allow me. And the tiger, somehow tiger's heart got melted. Okay, you can go, fulfill your responsibility and come. Then the cow goes to the Goshala and meets the calf and the caretaker of the Goshala, the Brahmana. And immediately she gives milk to the calf to the full stomach, satisfied. And then tells to the calf that, my dear child, I am going. I gave a word to tiger that I'll come back and you can eat me. And the calf says, no, no, mother, no, don't go. I will go. You be here, I will go. Then the mother thinks, you are so small. No, you have a much longer life. I lived so many years. No, I will go. Then the calf says, no, no, mother, no, no, you be here, I will go. You gave me birth, you gave me everything. You be here, I will go. Then these two, when their conversation was heard by the Brahmana. The Brahmana comes in between. You both don't go, I will go. Let me become prey to the tiger today. So all three of them were, they were having, talks like this. Then finally cow says that, no, you please, both of you be here, I'll go. Then the cow started walking and both of them were falling behind. Finally when they were about to reach there, all this Krishna is observing. Krishna comes there to that spot and then Krishna puts his hand on the tiger head. As soon as Krishna puts hand on the tiger head, tiger forgets about eating. Tiger forgets that he is that wild animal which will eat the animals, other animals. He forgets that. Because Krishna, he was very touched by the nature of this Bahula cow. Because this Bahula cow, she gave the word that she will come back. So she tried to fulfill the words, truthful, and also at the same time she did not forget the child, love and care. So Krishna was very touched by this. And Krishna came and he protected this calf and the Brahmana, which is today's verse. Krishna comes to protect cows, Brahmanas and the demigods. And then tiger changed his mind and left. This is a real story happened. And then Krishna's name became Bahula Vihari. There's a Bahula one there in Vrindavan, where this temple is still there. Krishna, where this pastime happened. That lake is there. The temple is there, where Krishna is called Bahula Vihari. Very beautiful place. So this is how the Lord protects. And if you see in all the different pastimes, how Krishna protected demigods. When Bali Maharaj tried to attack the heavenly planets, Krishna came to protect. When the demons attacked demigods, Vritrasura and all the other demons, Krishna came to protect. When Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, they tried to disturb the universe, Krishna, he took different incarnations and tried to protect the devotees. The Kauravas, who were very demoniac, who were very envious of the devotees, the Pandavas, Krishna was always there to protect the Pandavas. So this is how the Lord is always there. In fact, Krishna is even protecting us. We may not be realizing that actually. Because even to realize this, we need to have some higher intelligence, higher sense, how Krishna's hand is working. And we are just small, infinitesimal people. Krishna is protecting us also. That reciprocation is there. Whenever we are in some trouble, there are some unfavorable situations. Somehow or other, Krishna takes us out of that trouble. Somehow or other he takes. We think that, it is because of me, it is because of my contacts, my network, I got saved. But no. Even to arrange that network, and to work, that network to work, Krishna is there. That's why it is working. Otherwise it will not happen. So we should see that arrangement of the Lord, how Krishna protects his devotees. And finally Prabhupada writes about the how a human is inclined to read. He's inclined to read, but because he is not getting a higher taste, there is no higher taste. He reads about movies, some material, mundane novels, newspapers, magazines, and which cannot satisfy the soul. Just like matter can never satisfy the spirit, just like oil and water can never mix. So matter and spirit can never mix. And Prabhupada says the pleasure in such materialistic novels, magazines is stale. Stale means, like, suppose you put some fruit here, you come after 2 days, what happens? Stale, stinking. So material information is like that. You have that information, but after 2 days it is of no taste. It is stale. It loses its freshness. It loses its freshness. Krishna's message is not like that. Krishna's message is always fresh. Nitya navayamanam. Ever fresh, increasing and increasing freshness. That is Krishna's beauty, Krishna's knowledge. It is always increasing. So the material thing, you just use one day and just throw in the dustbin, gone, over. So Prabhupada writes about how daily repetition of Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, they are ever fresh. And for the devotees, it is never a satiation. They are always wanting and wanting more and more, here, more and more. They are never satisfied by hearing them. They want to hear more and more, because the nature of this subject is transcendental. Transcendental, divya chetana, divya, transcendental. Transcendental, there is no limit. It is unlimited. So in this way, all these transcendental pastimes of the Lord mentioned in Bhagavatam, one should consider oneself very fortunate to even sit in Bhagavatam class and hear these shlokas which were written, Prabhupada writes in the purport, 5,000 years back. Imagine who reads something which is written 5,000 years back. What is the need? What is the purpose? We read our, in my childhood, school, we study. After the end of annual exams, we just tear the paper and make rockets and just throw. That's what we do with the textbooks, or sell to the sweet wala and just take some sweet. That is the nature of the textbooks that we read. But what we are reading is 5,000 years, not 1, 2, 500,000, 5,000 years, which we even don't know what happened at that time, how the people were there. We don't know anything, but still we are attracted to that, because that is the nature, that is the transcendental nature of the scriptures like Gita, Bhagavatam. It is an eternal connection between the soul and the Supreme Lord Krishna. So we are regaining that, we are understanding that, oh, I lost my connection with Krishna. By this I am developing that lost connection. We are realizing that, therefore we are going ahead in this path. Otherwise it is not possible. This is the truth. This is the reality, the connection between the soul and the super soul, Krishna. So in this way, Vidura, he has that taste. So therefore he is asking, no, I heard many times, but still I want to hear more and more, again and again. Because these topics are transcendental. One can get never satisfied with this and keep on hearing the glories of the Lord. So we should also pray to the Lord that we develop that kind of ruchi, that kind of taste to hear about Krishna more and more and more. And that love, our love for Krishna increases by hearing about Krishna like that. How Rukmini developed love for Krishna? Just by hearing. Down, the kings and Narad Muni, they were discussing, and from top, Rukmini would hear. Just by hearing, she developed love for Krishna. So how powerful hearing about Krishna can be. So we pray that we also develop that mood, that taste for hearing about Krishna. I'll stop here. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So you mentioned that one can never be satisfied by hearing about Krishna. So we hear from this purport. So what is the difference between, because we feel satisfied by hearing Krishna Katha, what is created and satisfied? These two words seems to be different.
Satisfied, satiated, both are same only. There's no difference.
Then how can it be not satisfied? Satisfied by hearing Krishna Katha?
Like you eat prasadam. When the stomach is full, what happens? Done, no more. Even you have very tasty rasmalai, rasgulla, very tasty. Still, you will not have that inclination. Even if they bring in front of you, you feel different. But it is because you have a limitation that you are going on the body level. But here it is not body level, it is on the soul level. Soul level there is no limitation. The more you take, the more nourishment, and you are satisfied, and still you are not satisfied. You want more. It's unlimited, transcendental.
Another question is, like you told, we sell the books after the college is over. But we see Prabhupada's wife also sold Gita to Chai Wala. And we also hear some stories, people got books but they sold to some bookstores. So how should we see means...
So, that actually made Prabhupada to leave, and accept sannyas, no? So you should see in the other angle. So therefore we are here. You also as a full-time devotee, sannyasi dress, you are here. So for the benefit of the world, that instant happened. You can see in that angle. And some people take books, they sold in some other place, and someone else takes that books and become devotees. That's nice. Ultimately someone is becoming devotee. If not he, someone else is becoming devotee. That's fine. This is for the devotees who are not satisfied, not the common man. Who? There is no satiation for devotees like Vidura. You should be like Vidura, not a neophyte devotee. Who is not satisfied here? Like Vidura. See, our position is different. 2 days back there was a kind of debate. Prabhuji, this verse is over, go to this verse. Come back to this verse. There was some discussion, no? So our position is like to complete the course. Someone who is transcendental, he will not worry which verse number. He will just hear about Krishna. He is not worried about which order, which number. Oh, you are speaking about Krishna. Please speak, I want to hear. That's a different level. Who has that? We are worried about, Prabhuji, why this number, why not that number? Of course, as an institution, we have to follow. But one who is immersed in the love of Krishna, he will not worry about external things. He's so there is no satiation. There is no satiation for devotees like Vidura. They are not normal like Vidura at that level. They are not satisfied by hearing once, twice, thrice. I'll tell one story. There was one great devotee in Kerala, Puntanam Nambudiri. So this person is a great Bhagavata. He would give wonderful Bhagavatam class. And people would really love that, appreciate that. And one time, one village, they called him for Bhagavat Katha. So he has gone there, and the Katha was happening at a Shiva temple. At a Shiva temple, the Katha was happening. And first day, Puntanam Nambudiri, he spoke on Rukmini Kalyanam. He spoke, people were so immersed in the love of Krishna by his talk. And class got over. They all left. And this Puntanam, he closed the book, Bhagavatam. He closed that chapter is over. He put the bookmark like this and closed and kept and went. Next day he came. When he opened the book to give class, he saw the bookmark is in the starting page, not the place where he ended. Where he saw? He saw in the starting page. So how it is? I kept the bookmark and after this chapter. How come it came in the starting? He was surprised. And okay, I don't know, maybe someone, I don't know, maybe I have to start from here only. He thought like that. He also forgot. So he started the same chapter again. So completed the chapter. People were so fascinated, so amazed by his talk. And after the talk, they all went. He put the bookmark like this. After the chapter got over, he closed the book, kept there and went. Again, next day he came. Again he saw, he opened the book. Bookmark is not there. Again it is in the starting place. Arey, did I give the class or not? He is only thinking. He is not understanding whether the class, did I complete the class or not? Said, okay, I don't know what someone is doing. He didn't understand what's happening. So then again he came to the starting page and giving class. 3 days over. So next day, third day, he gave the talk. Everyone were very fascinated, very impressed with the class. Again third day also same, Rukmini Kalyanam. And everyone left. And that day he thought, why this is happening? Every day when I come, I see the bookmark is on the starting page. I remember that I keep in the end of the chapter, but how it is coming there? Let me see who is doing this. So he waited, and there was some tree behind the bush. He was waiting. So then he saw that from inside, the altar is closed. From inside, some kind of sounds are coming inside the Shiva altar. When he came to the altar, there's some small hole. I was seeing from the hole, so Shiva, Parvati, and all the Bhutaganas surrounding Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is giving Bhagavatam talk to his associates. Talk is over, and Shiva asks Parvati, how is my class? Parvati says, oh, beautiful, but Puntanam's was much more beautiful. And Shiva says, yes, That's why every day I change the bookmark to the same page. When Puntanam hears this, he shouts, "My God, what happened?" So, who is that? Lord Shiva. He is not satiated just by hearing once. Second day also he want to hear the same thing, because the speaker is also like that. If every day speaker comes same thing, why he is coming? Here he is immersed in that love. First day same topic, second day same topic, third day same topic, every day same topic. Because that is the level of who is Shiva in different level, not an ordinary devotee. So hearing Krishna Katha, a devotee on that level is never satisfied. He want to hear more and more, and the same thing again and again. So this is not a normal level. This is a very high level of Krishna conscious. Okay. Hare Krishna. Granthiraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
His Grace Sachinandan Hari Prabhuji ki.